It's Week 13 of the National Football League, and we'll see Brandon Cooks. He was a machine for them last week with several touchdowns, on top of triple digits receiving. It's the Texans and the Bengals, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but
here we go.
On first down, Britton. This goes out wide from Madison. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Operating from the gun, Britton. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Well, first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
no, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Throwing on first down, Britton. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Looking to throw on second down. Britton, complete here to the right to Bolden. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. In trouble, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
He's NFL sack leader coming into the game. And now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category.
Let's go. Hut.
On 1st and 10, Britton. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
To throw again, Britton toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there, that forced the
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
What part do they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Britton, he rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Got it. Ready.
They'll start on the ground with Madison. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. (21-0) our score after one. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Ready.
Off play action. Britton flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started.
Set. Hut.
Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no comeback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Going to run with Madison again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
On the set.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Hut. Go.
To throw on 3rd down. Britton. He gets it to Cooks.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the conversion. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
To about the 35, 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Britton.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Here's Madison getting it again on second. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Britton. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Here we go.
Throwing to start the drive. Britton. Crossing route complete. Catch made by Cooks. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on 2nd down. Britton. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st down, Britton. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chauncey Golston. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Let's go.
The final shot before break. Britton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And the Panthers are out in front as they play the second quarter. Leonard Fournette with 2 touchdown runs. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey to check on the Giants. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Jalen Waddle, a touchdown reception. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie, see what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Bengals in that first half. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
This is where you step up. Right here, baby. Set. Clock, 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Britton. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing,
not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Switch, yellow. Blue check. Yellow.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, Barney, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts.
Ready, ready.
Throwing on first down. Britton. And he gets it to Bolden. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Back to throw again. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Ready, go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll look to throw again. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it breaks up 4th.
Here we go, set.
Throwing to start the drive. Britton. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Ready up.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Britton. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Let's go ahead and put check marks by it all, partner. No points, down by 4 touchdowns, haven't had anything going today on offense. Why not add a late sack to the mix? Obviously a day to forget for all involved. Let's give plenty of credit to this defensive effort. They've been excellent from start to finish.
Here we go.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and forever. Looking to throw. Britton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late, not the lopsided game.
Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, you realize that both sides of the ball were so dominant in this game. And on offense, not only did they score it, but they did it through the air as well as on the ground. Everything was working.
And you know that the guys who scored the touchdowns, who contributed that way, that threw them or ran them, they're going to find our cameras and have a big grin for them. But I hope our cameras find that offensive line. How versatile were they? Move the ball on the ground, move people so they can run it, and then protected their passers so they can throw it.
So for Cincinnati, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Houston, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.